Hello everyone and welcome back to the Just Vanilla server. This is Nieblue here. I want to thank everybody for joining me. This is going to be episode 6. As you can see, I've been doing a little decorating around the base, some netherrack, some gravel, some sand. What do you think? I like it. It's a great build. It's probably the best build I've ever done. Just kidding. We're not keeping this around. This is all temporary just for us moving villagers into the iron farm. As we turn around here. Oh, hello, sir. Are you wanting to say hi to your mom? Yeah? Say hi, Mom. All right. That's enough. Your airtime is cut off. As you can see right here, I've got some netherrack laid out over the trapdoors. I had some problems with the baby villagers wanting to go down to the trading hall area. It's amazing. When you don't want them to go, they go. And when you do want them to go, they don't. They'll sit up here and they'll grow up and you just have a cluster. So I had to block it off. As you can see right now, it is working extremely well. I have villagers like crazy, which is, like I mentioned, we're going to need for the iron farm. In the last episode, we are definitely going to need some villagers for that thing. So definitely a lot of villagers here. I've got a little bit of news to share with everybody. Let me see if I can get out of this view here. Got a little bit of news to share with everybody. I got my boom in. I'm really excited about that. I've got the filter in for the mic. The boom is a Knox microphone stand. It's made for the blue Snowball Ice microphone. When I took it out of the packaging, it already had the connection for the microphone, so all I had to do was screw my microphone on the top of it, attach it to my desk, and away I went. Put the filter in front of the mic. Works great. I'm excited about that. So we should see a huge difference in the audio on my videos now. I'm really excited. I hope y'all are too on that. Let's go ahead and head over to the iron farm. What a view. It's just one of those things that I'm extremely pleased with. I love the way it looks. I hope everybody else did. I didn't get a whole lot of comments on it, except for Tyson Burns. I believe he commented on mine. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the compliments on it. Looks great, and I want to get it running. So what I've done down below is I've put the shaft in with the lava blade, some hoppers, and a chest. That's where they're going to fall. That may be temporary. It may change around. But that's what we have in store today. We've got a dome building that's going to go below there. That's a good AFK spot for when we want to build up our supplies of iron. There will be places to put the iron and the places to put the poppies. Off of that, we're going to build a tunnel. We're going to make another building. It needs to be 20 by 8 by 8. That is for King Reptar. He's going to come in and build us a smelter in that building, and those are the specs he says he needs. So we're going to be designing those up today and getting those built up so we can get that smelter in there. We're also going to be moving villagers. Not sure how I'm going to move those villagers, if they're going to be by a water elevator, or if we're going to do it by minecart. We'll just see how difficult it's going to be as far as between the two options. But I definitely need to get some villagers up there and get this iron farm rolling so we can get some iron in our hands. At that point in time, we can set a schedule for the Wither Skull. What I need to do now is I've got to do some resource gathering. I'm really low on my stone, and we do use stone for our builds. Really low on glass, really low on a whole bunch of other things. I need to get everything together so we can start this build and get going. So as soon as I get those resources together, I'll be back with y'all and we can get started. Be right back. Alright everyone, I am back. I've got a bit of bad news. You see, I'm standing at the iron farm, and I talked about we were going to move some villagers and all that jazz, and I built this beautiful iron farm, and I thought, oh man, this is going to be different. It's going to be circular shape. It's nice. I found a flaw, and I can't believe I did not think about this from the beginning. So let's get turned around here. As you can see here, I had villagers in here, and I've gotten rid of all the villagers from there, and here, and I just moved 2 villagers in here, and I'll explain to you why I've had to do that. On my single player world, when I was testing this design, it worked wonderfully. I even had to remove the water. It worked wonderfully. it was one layer of the iron farm. That's all it was. So therefore, my doors, which were here on the inside, had sky access above them because it was only one layer, which means it was creating a village and spawning iron golems. However, now that I'm on the server and I've built the design here, I figured, wow, I'm going to make 3 layers of this. It's going to look great. I've done the first layer, moved villagers on here, or built the whole thing, moved villagers in here. They would not breed. It was not creating a village, and I couldn't figure it out. So I literally had to walk away for a couple of days and try to figure this one out. And it just dawned on me what happened. Looking up, right here is the sky access for the doors. Looking straight up, and there's the second layer. It's blocking the sky access for the doors. Therefore, a village will not form where it's currently sitting at. So, I've had to do some redesigning. It looks ugly, and I'll probably change it around. But the doors now have sky access. If I stand right here and you see they're already starting to breed on this level, they're trying to breed. If I stand right here and I look up, I have sky access. So it's not going to be a perfect circle. When I designed this, what I should have done was I should have done the bottom layer a larger circle, the second layer level a little bit smaller circle, and then the third level up there could have remained the same size as it was. But I should have designed it to where each level's doors had sky access on the outside of the layer above it, and unfortunately I did not take that into accommodation. So I've had to do some adjustifications. As you see on this one, you can actually see the doors on it. It looks alright. I'm probably going to do a little more decorating on the outside of it to kind of spruce it up, make it look a little different. But the point behind this is it's working. The villagers are trying to breed. They're throwing love hearts. That's a good sign. That means we will get iron golems once I get all these villagers in here and so forth. But first, I've got to go back and I've got to redesign every single one of these areas on the outer edge to match this one. And then I've got to go redesign the second level to match to where you see all the to where all the doors out on that level have sky access, which I'm about to show you. That you can see it from here. As you can see, the doors are on the outside, so they actually get sky access from there. It's not going to be pretty, but you know what? This is what matters right here. These pillars are magnificent, and so are these supports. Overall, I mean, it's not going to look bad. I'll do some decorating on the outer edge. It just won't be a full circular shape to its exact point like I wanted it to be. But the good point is I'm getting it fixed. I've noticed the problem finally, and we're going to get this iron golem up and running. So before we can move villagers in, I'm going to fix these levels, and I'll be right back with you. I have some wonderful news, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. 2 iron golems. They just spawned together. And that definitely means that we have a working layer here. And look at that. We've got our baby down here. So it's definitely working as far as the way it's set up now. I'm going to finish these layers. I was messing with this one when that happened. So I'm really excited. That's just proof in the pudding that the iron golem farm is definitely working. I'm going to leave them guys there. I'm going to get back to fixing these layers, and I'll be right back to you guys. Sailing, sailing across the ocean sea. Welcome back, everyone. It's Captain Nieblue and Gurge the pirate. Arr, how you doing, mateys? Say hello, Gurge. Say hello. Welcome back, everybody. We are headed to the iron farm. As you can see, I've got a nice big long sand pillar. That is actually a water elevator to get the villagers up into the second layer right now. I've kind of been cheaty. I've been moving a couple of these villagers in, making sure this thing's working properly before I got back on here. And it is. I videoed a little clip of the iron golems spawning. What a wonderful sight to see, I must say that. We've got quite a few villagers to move into this thing. I've got several on the... What in the world? Where'd he go? Is it just me, or is it anybody else seeing that he just disappeared? I took the boat and he's gone. He's gone, I tell you. Hang on, let's try this out. We're going to disconnect and reconnect. Ah, welcome back, Gurge. Let's get you in this hole over here. How's that sound? Here, let's just break this right here, and we'll just shove you right through that hole. Come on, come on. Is that unibrow making you an angry person? There you go, right into your hidey hole. Okay, so that one is done. We'll close it off, and I'm not going to put more than 2 in each hole, and the reason being is I'll come back and I'll throw some potatoes at them, and I'll let them do what they need to do to make sure the appropriate amount of villagers are on each side of the farm. I've got 2 more sections on this layer. I actually have 2 villagers each on that second layer, so the next layer I do is going to be the 3rd layer. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on some more of these villagers and getting them into place. I'm very excited because this thing is working. I'm really excited. The iron golem is working, my friends. Exciting, exciting. Let's go down here. This is where the drop is. This is where our iron golems come in. Let's see what kind of drops we got right now. Remember, this thing is not working at full capacity right now because it does not have all of its villagers set up. And 3, 2, 1. Not bad. 39 iron, 14 poppies. Not bad. So we're definitely getting drops. Iron golems are spawning. The outside actually doesn't look that bad when it comes down to it. I didn't want to show the doors at all, and I really did want it to be a full circle shape, but overall it really did not turn out bad. I could do a little more designing on the outside of it to maybe make it look a little more appealing, but you can see up there I didn't get too far away from the shape. The top one I didn't touch at all, so it's still circular, and it's out of render distance, so you can't really see anything anyways. You can just barely catch the shadow of it. So overall, it doesn't look bad. It could look a lot worse. I can say that much. I could say it could look a lot worse. It's not box shaped. So overall, I'm very pleased with this. We've got iron, ladies and gentlemen. We have iron. I'm gonna get some more villagers moved, and I'll be right back with you. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Nieblue is walking to the end of the platform. It's amazing what these divers do to get prepared for the jumps they go for. Now, Jim, Nieblue has had quite the career in diving, but this is going to be the highest dive he's ever done. Is that correct? Well, yes, Peter, you are correct. This is the highest jump he's ever done. He's very famous for his quadruple twist with a triple flip, and it's going to be amazing to see what he does this time. I imagine he's going to be able to pull it off. Well, Jim, do we know what kind of height he's at right now, just for the record? I mean, surely this is his highest at this point in time, so we want to make sure that we get record of it. Well, let's go ahead and pull up the measurements here. Okay, we are sitting at a record of 205 blocks. Should be a definite exciting jump, and it looks like he's getting ready to jump. He's getting prepared, and here he goes, ladies and gentlemen. Nieblue. Oh, it's a belly flop. It's a belly flop. Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, Nieblue has performed a belly flop from 205 blocks up. Can you believe it? What are the judges going to do? We've never seen a belly flop in a professional diving competition. A perfect 10, ladies and gentlemen. A perfect 10. The crowd is going wild. Can you believe it? That was amazing. A perfect 10 belly flop, ladies and gentlemen, from Nieblue. Hello, everyone, and we're back. As you can see here, I've got a water elevator that goes right the way to the top level of the iron farm, made out of sand and a little bit of netherrack. This thing has made life simple as far as moving these villagers up and down, or up. There is no down. Moving them up this elevator. It's helped me get the second layer done, and then as you can see, I've got it right the way up to the top, and I've already moved several villagers up there. I've got 2 villagers left to move on to that 3rd level. Can you say hi, villager? What are you looking at? You're looking over there too. If you run on me. Alright. Let me get back to this right here. This is going to be a lot easier than using minecarts, I believe. I know last map that we were on, I used minecarts to get all the villagers up to the pods on the 2nd and 3rd levels, and I was lazy. I ended up leaving that up there. I never tore it down, so we had these little railways going all the way around the villager farm, or the iron farm. And I never tore it down, so it took away from the build, looked ugly, all that jazz. So this is going to be nice because we all know how easy it is to take down sand. All I got to do is take a little netherrack, drop a torch underneath the sand, and away it will go. So we got these 2 villagers to move. There's one right behind here. It was a baby. I'm going to get it up there, and then I'm going to get this guy up there. And we'll go from there. I'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, Nieblue and Peter are getting ready for the starting line, and they're off. Racia, I bet you I can beat you to the top. It's a long way up. See you at the top. Alrighty, and that's going to be our last villager in the top layer here. Let's see, make sure you got in there just fine. Yep, sure did. Okay, going to pick up my water source here. And we're going to choppy. Bloop. Well, not really choppy, it's like miney. Drop those blocks right there. Alright. Now we got some cleanup to do. As you can see, I put a little X up at the top here, so that helped me get the villagers moved to each area very easily. I don't know why I didn't think about this when I did the 1st and 2nd layer. It made it so freaking easy to move villagers. But as you can see, I got 2 villagers in each area, and that's what we want. I may later on come up here and put an additional 2 in each pod just to speed it up, but for now I'm gonna just leave the 2. It is a village. I've seen love hearts up here once already, so that's a good sign. I knew I wouldn't have any issues with this top layer because obviously the doors on the inside here, like all the ones down below, they have sky access. There's nothing above them blocking the way, so I'm excited about that. I'm gonna get this torn down and I'll be right back. Alright everyone, I'm back. Just cleaning up this area right now. As you can see, I'm using torches and a 1 source water block. Torches will take out the water. Another reason why this water elevator is good, you see the signs and the torches. When I get ready to drop all the sand down, these will not stay. They will break off, and I can recollect them as well. Just cleaning up right now. I'm trying to get everything back to where it needs to be. As I mentioned before, right now in every single one of these layers, there's only 2 villagers per area. Some of them have bred, some of them haven't. I'm just going to let them do their thing. Maybe they'll breed some more. I'll check back on it later as far as that's concerned to make sure that they have done their job. If they haven't, then I'll work on getting the proper amount of villagers into each area, or throw some potatoes at them and try to encourage them to breed. The best part about it is all the layers are set up as a village. Yay! Go me. Oh, I stopped pressing the button. So that is a awesome thing. That is an awesome thing. We definitely got some iron golems. I'll show you here in just a moment. I only have about 6 minutes left on this this video to go, so I'm gonna get this done, and well, I was gonna say I'll be right back, but this is the best part about it. Do this and bloop, and then knock that. Oh, well, that didn't help out at all, did it? Okay, so let's do this right here then. Not the boat, not the boat. And down we go. Look at that. What a sight to behold. It's all coming down. So I'm going to finish cleaning this up and I'll be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I've cleaned everything up. Everything looks good. We've got our pillars going. Like I mentioned, as far as the farm is concerned, yeah, I've had to make a few changes, but guess what? It is working. It is definitely working. And for those that have noticed this, the couple of past videos, this was a while back when I was building the sand elevator. I decided to jump down the middle with half health, and this is what happened. Yep. But I was able to recover all my items, so that was a plus. It's been all cleaned up. I have noticed a flaw. This area right here is spawnable by iron golems. I'm going to have to fix that. Shouldn't be a big issue. I'll get it taken care of that way. We won't get any in these areas. That will decrease the spawn rate if I don't take care of it, so I will be taking care of that. But it is definitely working, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go down here and take a look. Now, I think last time we came down here, I think we had like 28 or 32 iron. Couldn't remember how much, but we've been doing a lot. Oh, look at there. Right on time. Thank you for showing yourself. We had 28 or 32 iron. I can't remember how much. We've been doing some work around here. It wasn't at its full capacity. It still is not at its full capacity because the villagers still have to do a lot of breeding. So let's take a look. Oh wow, that's quite a bit. 3 stacks of iron, 16. We're working on our 4th one. 52 poppies. I'm not too concerned about that, but it's working. So that is a plus. As far as the iron farm is done, it's done. I mean, it's definitely done. So we're going to call it done. I may do a little decorating out here on the outside, but that's nothing to be bothered by. I do have to fix the few flaws where iron golems are spawning in the glass, but that won't be any big issue. Now to go over a few other things, you're going to see some changes to my channel art and to some of my thumbnails now. I did manage to acquire Adobe Photoshop Creative Cloud, but let me tell you what I did first. I tried downloading it, had some error messages, so I went out to Walmart, bought Adobe Photoshop Element, thinking it was the same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, that is definitely not the same thing. Adobe Photoshop Element is for beginners wanting, as far as working with photos, that kind of stuff. I talked to Adobe themselves, and they said, yeah, that's really for people who do photography, that kind of thing. They helped me. It was probably about 4 or 5 hours remote accessing my computer, cleaning out my files for Adobe, and using some kind of cleaner tool. And then they got me re-downloading it, and now it's working. I spent a full day on Adobe Photoshop Creative Cloud working and trying to figure it out. There's a lot to learn with it. It's definitely not for beginners, but it is really easy, not to mention the several tutorials on YouTube videos by several people. They do a wonderful job in kind of teaching you things. My thumbnails and my channel art, they're basic, but they look a whole lot better than what they did. And as I go along, I'll start to learn more and what I can do with Adobe Photoshop Creative Cloud. So you'll definitely see improvements in that area. If you're into that kind of stuff, web design, all that. Sorry, excuse me. Adobe Photoshop Creative Cloud, ladies and gentlemen, that is a wonderful, little software there. I want to say little software. It's a very advanced software. So we've just about run out of time at this point in time. Let me get back around here. I know in this video I mentioned we were going to be building the globes down here, the buildings for the AFK spot for the iron farm, as well as a building for King Reptar for our super smelter. But I've run out of time. I spent a lot of time trying to fix this thing. I'm glad it's fixed. That's a plus. So probably in our next episode we're going to get these buildings and these tunnels done. As always, if you like this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up. If you really love this video, please subscribe. Thank you everyone for joining me. This is Nieblue. Have a good day or good night. Whoa, that was weird. Have a good one.